Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now, last week I do apologize for not having any videos. I was kind of taking a mental health break. Ironically, happened to be during the Mental Health Week awareness for RuneScape. And just, you know, for people in general, just to take note of their mental health, and I needed one of those weeks. But we are back. And this week we are going to see a double XP live hit Friday. This will be going from May 20th to the 30th. And you'll have a timer with 48 hours of boosted XP, which you can activate and deactivate to maximize your gains. This time though, there's going to be a new thing called Nick the Trader. So once per day you can get 1 credit by offering 1 hour's worth of double XP. So, they don't really say too much about like what you can do with it. But it is a store, so I'm very curious to see what these credits can get you. I will be checking it out. You guys do know that. And then we have a time to train with new Proteans. So, stock up with double XP skilling sesh. So, with the brand new set of Proteans, the stackable skilling items, we all know what they are. But so now there's going to be some for cooking, rune crafting, and herb lore. Which, kind of interesting. But there's herb lore Protean shakes, cooking's Protean, and then there is rune crafting Protean runes. So those are the ones that are going in. These will only be available from Treasure Hunter and cannot be gained from Protean packs for the time being. But time to train begins May 19th and ends on May 25th. So this is basically a brand new MTX promotion, which is something I know a lot of us are getting fed up with. But there is a Ninja Strike this week that is the primary focus, other than the double XP, but we will get into that in a bit. Don't forget there is the RuneScape board game coming up, and we will be able to get into the Kickstarter on May 31st. It'll only run for 10 days, so do check it out. There is different cards, as you can see here, like the Lumbridge card, which is a exploration card. So, Riches, what it says here is Draenor Manor, and then you got the Draenor Village. So, riches lie in the Draenor Manor, for none are brave enough to search them out. You gain 3 coins, but you suffer a wound, and it is 3 shield 6. I'm not sure what that means. And then there is the Draenor Village. In dark times, the riches of the brave land are often left to the bravest to gather, which is a 4 backpack 7. So that's interesting. It also has a random event at the bottom here, so I'm not too sure what exactly that entails either. But here is another figurine for the, I'm assuming, the Count, which is pretty cool. And then another one here for, they're calling this the Clue Hunter, which actually makes sense because of the cat staff, which is pretty cool looking. There is going to be some maintenance downtime, so this is going to be May 16th at 10 BST. So you'll be unable to log in or world hop, old school, and RS. This is a 30-minute downtime. May 17th at 10 BST. And again, 30 minutes. And then May 25th at 10 BST. And that one is just going to be payment systems will be unavailable for 30 minutes. So nothing too major. Then we have the community showcase, which we have Agi having a rough time with a little bit of a dragon going on here. With Nymph Cloud's art, which is actually really cute, kind of comical. Then we have a nice one here is Zamrock holding up some oranges. This is by Chunks of Plum, so that's pretty cool. And we have a retro style Sword of Edix by Snowy Runes, so that is actually really cool. We have another by RS3, which is, I'm going to say, their avatar alongside... I am not too sure, but is actually really cool looking. So give them some love. Then we have the Pink Skirts Avenge, which is the Corporal Beast Boss Mass, hosted by Patrick K. and Clackworthy. Monday, May 16th at 1900 Game Time, World 123, Corporal Beast Slayer, FC's Patrick K. We have a Skill and Chill by the Mad Clicker and Little Tuzzies clan. Monday, May 16th at 2300 Game Time, World 85, Birthwork Bank, FC's The Little Tuzzies. And then we have a Hellweir Boss Mass hosted by Pippi Spot and the Boss Guild, Saturday, May 21st at 2000 Game Time, World 88. The location is the Heart of Gillinor, Saren Lobby. FC is the Boss Guild. Now, least but not last, we got the patch notes, which remember, Ninja Strike this week, so this is going to be a little bit chunky. First up, we have Quality of Life. You can now check your metal bank from the any tier ore box. You may not deposit item into the metal bank when opening via the ore box. You can now check your metal bank from the main bank. You may not deposit items into the metal bank when opening via the ore box, which is the same as the one above. You can now withdraw urns and effigies from the Brooch of the Gods. Popular hunting areas in Anachronia and Incandescent Divination Crater now forbid cannons and griefing the player training the skill. Silverhawk boots can now store a larger quantity of feathers before you have to recharge them again. Fletching arrows, darts, bolts now have a chance of giving strange rocks. The speed of creating armor spikes has been increased. Less skilling, more time for fun. You can now make abyssal armor spikes in batches of 100 instead of 10. Dungeoneering, Iron Men may now form dungeoneering parties together. Everyone in the party must be Iron Man, Iron Woman, Hardcore Iron Man, or Hardcore Iron Woman. XP sharing can't be toggled on. The dungeoneering multiplier, which was based on difficulty, has been made more fair towards solo and small parties. Farming increased the range in which you can interact with player and farm paddocks. You may now interact with the paddock gate instead of trying to click on the small moving NPCs. I always did that anyway. The teleport option on the Tool Leprechauns has been replaced with a new produce. You may still teleport to the Vine Sweeper by talking to the Leprechaun. Noted produce can now be added to compost bins. That's pretty nice. Herblore. Extreme combat potions, attack strength, defense, ranged magic are now tradable. There is a new GE set that includes all ingredients for an overload potion. Firemaking and fletching skilling update. So, Anachrony and Dinosaur Farms teleport scroll is no longer consumed if the teleport fails due to being teleblocked, such as an instant shared world. Imbuing Dine Arrows is now listed alongside the Tip Arrows table, so players can switch between them from a portable Fletcher. When Arrow's Icy Precision buff now correctly produces plus 2% and 3% accuracy per stack of the buff for thresholds and ultimates respectively, instead of just plus 2% or 3% in total. Amounts of the resident anima earned from the following sources have been increased: Carapic, normal and hard mode; Tezcal Zuck and his underlings, normal and hard; Croasis, Arch Glacier, normal; Nodon, Siege Cannons, Glaciites, Glaciers, and Zekhar; and Synthesin Graveyard Skilling. A resident anima of Wen will no longer be earned through the Arch Glacier hard mode loot streaks. The Fletch any type of arrow or any arrow chef's daily challenge now counts when cutting the Zygomites. The light any logs that are add them to the bonfire does not count when drying the Zygomites, as they are incapable of making like a tree and getting out of there. Reposition the Clixon for Bill's mystical tree over its treetop rather than its stump to solve an issue where it got in the way when selecting through the Dino Nom Nom. The Crystal Knife, 5% to double shaft when fletching, now applies and does not degrade when care styling Zygomites. Good. Fletching animation overrides now override the hairstyling animation when fletching, otherwise holds a crystal knife if one is equipped. Change the token XP when feeding baby dinos from the troughs back from agility to farming in response to further player feedback. Mobile added line breakup to Birthwarp tutorial pop-ups on the smithing interface on mobile as they were obscuring the item to select. Elder God Wars, the PH marker has been removed from the player's log entry for completing the Extinction quest. Looting the frozen chest now refers to the Arch Glacier in the Adventurer's log. Other, fix an issue that prevented login to a specific world if your previous login attempt occurred after a login queue. The player's pet will no longer become aggressive towards the player when fighting Aquanites. The Cavern of the Tainted Memories ticket does not appear when searched for in the Grand Exchange. Players who completed backpack tutorial in the Davendale tutorial without unlocking their backpack are now able to continue the Davendale tutorial. The Drake in the Falador Park no longer consumes items other than breadcrumbs. The Dwarven Harvester now correctly doubles the yield of herbs when a herb bag is in the player's inventory. The Ophidian Incubation Scroll now correctly turns raven eggs into Corax eggs. The title, All the Flutter, no longer incorrectly appears as unlocked for all players. That's actually it for this week, guys. I do wish there was a little bit more to tell you guys, but that is it for this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, later, guys.